My Dodge Dart, I'm doing a 5-speed, and I just want to show you the similarities between the AX15 and the original 904. So here is the two transmissions, and you can see they are actually very, very similar in size. So if anybody is thinking about doing a 5-speed conversion on their Mopar, the AX15 is the one to do. There's a couple different ones to choose from, but I think the AX15 is probably the best thing that happened to the Mopar world in a long time. So the AX5 is not quite as strong as the AX15. The AX5 came around in the old Dodge Dakotas from like the early 90s, 80s, and I believe it has a cast iron part in the body, is the best way to tell in AX5. Also, the AX5 will have a speedometer linkage, so you can actually run a speedometer cable out of it. But that one's not very strong, so you want to use the AX15. If you go to chat sites, you'll find out that people use these things in behind 360s, behind 408 strokers, and they held up just fine. There's actually okay, so no, that's the there's also an NV 3500, but the NV 3500 is actually a pretty bulky, big 5-speed, so you might not want to use that one. Also, if you do go for the NV 3500, there's two of them. There's one that's for the 4x4s, which is has a higher rating, like 50 more horsepower, 50 more torque pounds. But that's all I know about it. I'm not sure if it's all just internals or not, but as far as the AX15 goes, I'm not sure if there's a 4x4 version that's beefier, but could be possibly. But people don't tend to have problems with them. So let's see. From the hump that hits the bell housing to the back, you're looking at, see here, approximately, I'm going to say that's like 7 inches. So let's look at this one. So right on the ridge right there to the bell, yeah, about the same. 7 inches, maybe a ½ inch difference. And this one's sitting on the pan, and this one is a little taller, but let's just see. From the ground to the top is about 15.5 inches. The ground to the top is about 17 inches, but this one will be lower. This one will be lower in the car. So they're almost identical in size. And hey, you know, 5-speed, why not, right? The cool thing about the AX15 is that the flywheel that you're going to use is a smaller one than what you find in the V8s, because this is out of a V6. You find it out of a V6 or out of a inline 4 in the Dakotas. I found this was out of a 97 Dodge Dakota 3.9. And the flywheels that you use are light. They're about 34 pounds, somewhere around there. So they're lighter than the V8 5-speed flywheels that you found in the 90s. Because in the 90s, Chrysler didn't make any cars with V8s. So all the V8s have that are manuals have heavy, bulky flywheels. Because they're designed for towing, for trucks, that kind of thing. So this one is the V6, so therefore it has, basically it's the exact same size as the old V8 flywheel. And there's all kinds of good stuff available for the V6s. You can get competition clutches and that kind of stuff for them. I already have a clutch. I went with generally traditional style, just for the price point, and I don't want to chew up my flywheel. But anyway, so this is just a comparison. So if you look at them both, they're just about the same size, and should have no problem putting it in your car. can't say that for the NV3500. The NV3500 is bulky and it's going to be tough to put in. So anyway, so you'll find these at the junkyard if you just look for them. Okay, have a nice day now.